Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is time for coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations with the BizChicks. We always like to focus in on a topic that we think will be engaging and help you find a better way to do business that is successful and easy to do. I'm here with my partner and friend, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. So, welcome to the conversation today. We'd love for you to share this out with your friends, and for those of you who are live on YouTube, we'd love for you to give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you appreciate all the value that we bring to this platform. With that, we're going to get this party started. We want to give a shout out to all of you listening live in the clubhouse, and for those of you who are watching live and on the replay. Hey, it's so good to have you here, and we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to spend a little time here with the Biz Chicks. How you doing today, Fran?
I am doing very, very well. Such a good day today.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's raining here in Pennsylvania. We've had a really nice soak for about 15 minutes. So everything is all green and lush here in Pennsylvania.
That's really good. We
Hmm.
have Tasha over here on the clubhouse joining in with us too.
Good morning, Tasha.
So,
Good morning, ladies.
good morning. So, today's conversation is going to be all about HIPAA, not the HIPAA from the medical industry.
Okay.
This is a different type of HIPAA. It has to do with our focus. It has to do with us. Um, we're all in business. We're all in business and or ministry, but we still need to have the same focus.
So
And
this is HIPAA with one P or HIPAA with two P's?
HIPAA with one P.
Okay.
And it's an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
And the acronym means high income producing activity or activities. So we're going to talk about that today, focusing in on our high income producing activities. We have a lot of things on our to-do list. We always make them. We've been taught in many places to write down your 6 things that you're going to do the night before when you get up, look at your goals and do a lot of things. But I heard something not too long ago. You can do a lot of activities,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to be focusing in on the ones that are high income producing activities. So I'm going to take myself, for example. I have a real estate license
Mm-hmm.
and I like art and graphics too. I do graphics. But I need to be focused in on the graphics don't pay as much as the real estate. So where should I be spending my time?
Mm-hmm.
If that's what I'm saying that I want to do, right? If I want to earn more income, because here at BizChicks we help you find your money. Because sometimes you're sitting on your money, rolling around on it, not understanding or don't recognize the income that you have at your disposal, and so sometimes you need somebody else to point out, like, hey, you got a slush fund over there if you just do X, Y, and Z. We had a course that we were or not a course because that's such a used word now, a workshop that we were going to do about how you can earn $10,000 in a week. And it can be done
Mm-hmm.
if you are focusing in on your high income producing activities. We have a Facebook user who says here, that's me. I have opportunities for money, but can't see them sometimes. And
Yes.
please tell us who you are, because Facebook has changed some things. And so we just want to make sure that we can talk to you and call you by name.
It would be nice, wouldn't
Yes. So we
That's
have to play to, hey, Jill, thank you. Um, we need to focus in on those high income activities. That doesn't mean that you don't do some of the other things. It just means that your first priority is to focus it. If your income, if you're wanting to make a different income, or you want to make more income, you're going to focus in on that high income producing activity. So that means at some point, the first thing I need to do is call clients, follow up on transactions, maybe do some my marketing activities, do my social media posting about real estate first. Then I can go and work on graphics and work on some other things that I still like doing, right?
yes.
Because the real estate is the thing that pays the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And is that you, Jill? That you like a link to that class?
Yes. I think she's
Okay,
saying she'd like to know more about that, how to make $10,000 in a week
right.
class.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we will put a link over there for that. That it, it can be done, and I was so amazed when we
She said,
saw.
she says,
Um,
yes, Jill, it's her.
I was
It's me up here.
I was amazed when when you stop and think about all the ways that you can generate income.
Mm-hmm.
I was just I was going to say astounded, but I was like, oh my gosh, how much money have I been laying on the floor? You're supposed to have, technically, someone said, 4 streams of income. Then I started counting up my streams.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait a minute. I did not realize doing graphics, uh, um, media production, real estate, and BizChicks. Okay, so that's 4 streams. But
Mm-hmm.
was I paying attention, focusing in on those 4 streams? Or was I doing something like washing dishes, putting clothes in the laundry, running my friends over here? Hey, can you help me paint the fence? Or hey, can you doing stuff and other
Mm-hmm.
things that may not be lending to those 4 streams that I got coming in.
Okay. Hmm.
And it was a wake up call. Okay, so I had to readjust my focus.
Now Jill says, I find I'm more productive when I have multiple streams of income.
Right, because you now have to pay attention. You schedule things, and there's the thing that if it's not on the schedule, it doesn't get done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So only the things that are on your schedule are things that are important to you, which should be your income. Because I think there's this misnomer that if you are thinking about income, you're greedy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think our class on the $10,000 in a week class, I think they thought it was like a get rich quick scheme or whatever, and people felt kind of uncomfortable, like, oh, that can't be done. There was a mind shift situation. What is that? Limiting beliefs? Is that the
Mm-hmm.
word? Regarding that, where people were thinking, oh, that can't happen. Well, actually, it can. And we can help you figure that out. So it's important for us to focus. You know how you take the glasses or the binoculars.
Binoculars and yes.
Okay, so the binoculars are to help you see clearly. Maybe that's something that's far off. You're looking at a bird or you're looking at something, but if you don't focus them, you're not going to be able to see clearly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of distraction. Yesterday, I was listening to a sermon by Dr. Godot, and he was talking about disorder is a distraction.
Mm.
Things not being in order could be distracting you from your high income producing activities, because now you can't find that report, or you can't find something because things are out of order, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're not using your time or your resources well because your things are out of order. It could be your office out of order. It could just be car could be out of order. Remember the lady, we saw her car? That car, I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand how she could keep clear in her thinking. There was, I have a picture of another car if I can find it in my photos. Um, but this person's car was so cluttered, and she was an academic, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, so we're looking for successes.
And then there was the woman who had the new car.
Oh,
And by the third week, remember there was pizza it,
boxes.
all over the car with pizza from it had to be from the first week she'd gotten the car. It wasn't like she picked up a delivery or something. And paper on the floor. Just the car was just in disarray. Uh, Beautiful on the outside and just she had just it looked like a hoarder lived in the car.
Okay, well, I have pictures of not that person.
Hmm.
Let me see how to do my little share of the
Well,
screen
how do
here.
you think with that much distraction going on?
It is a lot of distraction, Terry. It was exceeding amount of distraction. I could
Mhm.
not tell you, and I'm going to tell you.
Well,
This is
not
what.
only that, when you talk about income producing activities, do how do I find more? She says, I find I'm more productive when I have multiple streams of income, says Jill, or income producing activities. You have just ruined that vehicle in terms of being able to bring in more income. Now,
You
this
see
is crazy.
and for the people on Clubhouse, this is a really crazy photo. Uh, but it goes to show.
Things are hanging off the top of the car. Good morning, Patricia.
Good
Things
morning,
are
Patricia.
hanging.
I will be calling you a little later today. It's there's somebody in this car, Terry.
Really?
Yes, I was walking this morning, and I said I have to get a picture of this. The morning that I took this, I was walking and I was like, I have got to take this
Wow.
picture. There was someone in the car.
Mm, mm, mm.
This disorder right here will keep you from high income producing activities. It'll And I know they're living in the car, what have you. But there's another gentleman that is on YouTube, and he's living in his car, but he's not like this. But I tell you what, his living in the car is high income producing activity for him. Let me see if I can find him for you,
Hmm.
because he is actually living in his car and getting paid by YouTube.
Okay.
He chose this. It wasn't that he
But
chose the life, he
mhm.
because he had a job and some other things, and I was like, okay, uh let me see if I can find him in here.
Wow.
I was like, okay, seriously. So that's
Contrast
a contrast.
between the two.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go here.
And it goes to show you that if you sit and think about it long enough, bright and witty ideas will come to you about how to produce more income.
Right. Now this dude, go ahead, Terry. I'm sorry. I
Who would
don't.
have thought that he can make a living out of just streaming about living out of his car on YouTube?
Okay, so this is Anthony. Can you see his stream?
We can't see it well, but yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take care of that. Live full-time SUV living life with Anthony.
Okay. I'm going to go full screen with that.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's talking about subscribe. He says subscribe and join the FOA community, Friends of Anthony community. He's got 55,900 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And he thanks his channel members. Okay, he has living in a car grounds for sculptures. He's looking so he is doing, he did, he saw some sculptures or what have you. He got 11,000 views on that. Be aware of scammers. He's talking to his audience and telling them to be aware of scammers. He's got question and answers. Let me see if I can push this button. Do you still
You might have seen videos like this before.
Okay,
but here's the big secret.
Ad.
Anyone can make one of these videos in a few.
It's a welcome to his journey of his life. I'm thinking high income. Look, these are thanks to his FOA members. He's networking. He's
What's up, FOA squad? I'm Anthony, and welcome to our channel, Life with Anthony. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Happy Thursday to you guys. All right, guys. Today I'm going to be answering some questions.
This is amazing.
So,
okay.
That I can quit my full-time job and get a part-time job. Now, mind you, the whole launch and takeoff of our community and our channel came as a surprise, and it gave me the opportunity to so far not have to work. But if I do get a part-time job, it's mainly going to be because I want something to do, something with a little bit of stability. I am a person of stability. I like to have a home front. And, this would just give me, but I don't know. I want to really wait and see how the rest of this year go and how my YouTube earnings go, because the hiatus is over. It's over, and moving forward is I'm going to get a real idea of,
So the man's living in his car.
Mm-hmm.
That was a far cry from the first person living in their car.
Okay.
He was making, the reason why I caught him, my husband was flipping through YouTube channels, and he was making jambalaya in his car with his one hot plate. He had his tailgate up, and he had a little hot plate, and he was making jambalaya or something. And one day he had it in the front seat over next to him on this side, and it was a one pot. I was like, wait a minute, what is this dude doing? He
was focused
on high income producing activities. Okay. His job apparently was no longer a high income producing activity.
There you go.
Okay.
I think sometimes we think when the things that we are accustomed to cease to work for us, that we are just done, that we have no other options.
But the technology of today gives you options like YouTube.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
It gives you options to be able to take your phone, no less, and share your genius and get compensated for sharing your genius. you're gonna have to figure out what that is. What is the thing that you can share? And that's what we were talking about. There was one lady who makes really good cakes.
Mm-hmm.
And she makes cakes, but she wasn't charging very much for the cakes. And Terry will be like, look, what are you doing? Because sometimes people feel like, oh, I just have to give it away.
Well, also we don't value it because it's easy for us, but it's not. It may be easy for others too, but that's not something they want to do. I mean, it's easy to make Jell-O, but I'd rather buy it from the store. I mean, come on.
So Tasha, did you want to weigh in? Because I heard you open up your mic earlier.
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, so here's the thing. We saw Anthony. He's in his car. He's living an SUV living. Come on now. Got him a little title and everything. Dr. Tachi, you'd be proud of him. His videos are on point. He didn't use a mic on this last video, but he normally is in his car and he's doing his. He bought camera equipment, or he bought something to hold up the phone while he's cooking food and stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, 55,000
viewers,
subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he took what he had at hand, and he's using what he had at hand. And he said, I don't know if I want to go back to work. He said, I might go back to work because I like having something to do. He said part-time. You notice he didn't say full-time. But his high income producing activity became his YouTube channel,
which is a blessing.
Okay, it could be Martha Stewart living, but it's SUV living with Anthony.
Because that's what he had in his hand. Everything
I just have a question.
Sure.
Nobody purposely lives out of their vehicle.
He does.
I guess this guy decided that that's the way that he's going to go.
Grant, turn that up a little, hon.
I cannot see living out of my car purposely now. I know people now that are living out of a vehicle, not because they're doing it on purpose, but because it was the circumstances, but no. I don't even care if YouTube is paying me. I refuse to live out of my car. I just can't see that. God bless the man. That's the way it is. But no, I'm not living out my vehicle. Sorry. It's just the idea to me of doing that. I mean, I'm a creature of habit, and I can't see myself living out of my vehicle on purpose. I can't do it. It's working for him, but no, can't do it. Nope.
And that's okay too, because it has to be something that you can see yourself doing, right? There are things that you're not going to be able to do, but there may be something that you're good at that you could see yourself doing, but are you getting compensated for it? Because a lot of times Terry and I and Terry tells me, thanks, Jill. So Terry tells me all the time, friend, you're not getting paid enough for that. Because I can do graphics in a heartbeat, just kind of whip them up. And because I've been practicing with them for a while, right? And she said, you're not charging enough for that.
Well, the other thing is sometimes you are on the phone with people for 2-3 hours resolving issues with their tech.
Right. That should be an appointment. So it's not just other people. It's us too. I have to have somebody be able to a coach or a cheerleader that says, hey, you're not doing that right, pointing it out that I need to maybe attach an appointment and a payment to what I'm doing. There's a lot,
Compensation.
right? Appointments and payments. We're talking to all of us. Those little things that we just like, oh, no, that's no big deal. It could become a high income producing activity
Mm-hmm.
if we just tweaked it a little bit, right? All I have to do is add an appointment and a price. And there's a comment here on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It says you have to value yourself and your gifts and talents before others will, or before you get paid for it. If you don't see it as valuable, you will not see it as a high income producing activity. You think, oh, that's just something I do. There's a lady who does quilts, does them well, almost by hand, most of it by hand, laying it out,
Mm-hmm.
setting a pattern, and charging pennies. And I was like, no. Terry's like, no. Quilting is major. If you go over to Etsy and try buying a homemade
Okay.
quilt,
Or you go to some of these quilt shows.
mm-hmm.
Quilts can sell for thousands of dollars, and particularly quilts by African American men. They're so rare. I've seen them go for $15,000-$20,000 in a show. You
but
know.
but if you can't see
Mhm.
yourself, oh, I would never charge $20,000 for a quilt.
Mhm.
You that has to be dealt with first. Your value is more than that. You have to move your
Yeah. Hi,
value.
Mark.
Hey, Mark.
He says he's incognito. It's not showing his name again.
Yes, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, Facebook is
It's
said
wonderful.
it again.
Mhm.
Uh, your value is in you have the value, but like Mark says, if you don't see it, you won't. You will refuse to pay it,
Mhm.
or refuse to allow somebody to pay you that. Oh, I can't ask for that. I've heard that a lot. I could never ask for that.
And that's why if you are having trouble getting the price out of your mouth, I recommend you get yourself a sign. And when people ask how much it is, point to the sign. Oh, here are the prices. Here's the price list.
And if you can't write the price on the sign, call me and Terry. And
We'll
see,
help.
this is something we've done too. We will have somebody that will speak for you. And
Mm-hmm.
like you're back there making up the donuts and the cookies and all of that, and they say, "Well, how much is that?" Well, I'll have you talk to the front office. Okay, the front office will tell them how much it costs. If you can't bring yourself to tell somebody that,
Mm-hmm.
until you can get to the point that you can say how much you deserve, we will hire us and we will tell them for you.
We'll help you find the money in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we want you, because you got into this to be compensated. I don't think people got into business. Well, maybe some people are in it for a hobby, but I don't think so. You found something you're passionate about doing, but maybe you don't know how to price it. Maybe you don't think you should price it, or maybe you don't think people will pay you for that. We're talking about high income producing activities.
Mm-hmm.
And wrapping our minds around and focusing in on those activities. I had I've had I was I had a I at the time I have had my real estate license for like maybe 3-4 years, and it dawned on me, hey, hold on a minute, I got a license sitting over there that I paid for. I need to actually use it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's use it. What do you have that you're not using? Maybe you went to school for it. Maybe you didn't go to school for it, but there's something within you that is can help you get to where you want to be. Oh, I learned this the other day too. You're not going to feel motivated. You're just going to have to do some stuff. I need to feel it. What's my motivation? You may not have any. You might just need to just get up and start doing what you know to do. If you can't figure it out, we invite you to contact us and we'll be happy to help you do that. Jill, we will send you, since you're on our text list, we will send you a link for that class. We have a workshop to help you find the money in your business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, there's so many ideas. Like I was talking to somebody yesterday, Terry. I was like, I'm so hungry. It was after church and I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking. Where are the Sunday plates? Where are the Sunday suppers? I'm hungry. Okay, y'all cook, and we got all these people who know how to cook, and there's no plates out here.
I ran into a lady who was making earrings out of flowers, the leaves from a plant. She had found a plant that had a unique characteristic to it, and she had dried the plants, shellacked them, and was making earrings. We just need to be still and see what is around us.
Or get somebody to help you see it. We're all in this, the people in the BizChicks community, we're all here for one another. If you need to get your courage up or to see yourself differently, we will send you to Mark so he can help you to be able to work through that. If you need help with your video game, where you need help with lighting and all of that, Dr. Tachi has courses and classes that can help you get all of that straight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you can't figure out how to tell somebody how much you charge, call me and Terry. We'll
help you with that pricing issue.
Yes. But we want you to focus your attention for this last half of the year. Focus in on your high income producing activities. We are coming into the holiday season happening not too long from now. You want to be in position. There are people who are going to need gifts, unique gifts. People may not want to do gift cards. They might want to do some other things. Okay, Harry and David sell what? One pair?
They sell the golden pair.
One pair.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they have an orchard. They probably work with somebody who has the orchard.
I'm sure they have
suppliers. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, but Harry and David, that one pair. And I don't know what the cost is of the one pair, but at Christmas time, Harry and David, if you got a Harry and David pair,
mm-hmm.
and they have other items that are seasonal like that. They have their Mousse Crunch and some other things that if you normally would pay for Harry and David, it was like, And it's a food company, Harry and David Food Company. Let me see what they're doing over here.
I love them. We look forward to it every Christmas.
It was 1910.
Mm-hmm. They've been doing that since 1910. Wow.
Gourmet gifts for any occasion.
No wonder they're so good at it. Because when those pears come, they are just at the peak.
Right.
And there's always a toss-up for the golden pear.
Okay, now they got Orgo peaches. Okay, they're making me hungry over here.
Mm-hmm.
But they have pears and fruit of the month club. So somebody had an orchard. probably had pears in the orchard and decided they got gifts under 30 and bestsellers under 50.
Mhm.
Quiche. Okay, they got stuff going on over here.
They
So,
branched out.
and but they've increased over the years
Hmm.
off some pears, some nuts, and some flowers.
There you go.
What do you have in your hand? And don't despise what you got going on right now, Mark. I'm really going to tell you that because people are listening to you. You're bringing value, even though they may not say anything to you.
He says, I feel like I've been doing it since 1910.
Right. Somebody is listening to you. Somebody hears you, and that won somebody's life. You never know whose life you change by doing what you do, even though it seems like it's crickets out there. It's not crickets out there. There's somebody there to celebrate what you've done. You've made an impact. I'm talking about all of you all who are listening to this right now. You've impacted somebody's life. So don't ever think that you haven't. Just because maybe you didn't get paid corporate prices or whatever, you have affected the life of someone else.
Hmm.
Just keep going. Don't stop. But do focus in on your own high income producing activities. And we will be back tomorrow with TJ talking to us about social media marketing. Now, TJ's been talking to us about how long we've been on the air, Terry? Long time?
2014.
I just started working my Instagram and using her social media planner and stuff. But she's been talking about all this year. I've been hearing it all this time, and now I can put it to use. Once I figured out, got the disorder out of my brain, I was able to figure out what it was that I'm focusing on. So now I can put a social media plan together for the real estate and a social media plan together for BizChicks, because everything got shifted. There's a lot of times you can't do some things because of the clutter.
Mm. The distractions.
The distraction, let's put it that way. Yes. So if you're distracted from what your purpose is or whatever, it's going to be hard for you to focus in on doing a social media plan.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not clear on what it is that you do or what it is that you're trying to get done, you can't focus on that. It's very distracting. And then it's like, it's just one more thing I need to think about, because you're trying to do it like somebody else when you're not someone else,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to focus in on what you do. And how. So for me in real estate, I'm like, okay, I can't talk about a whole lot of stuff, but I can help you with real estate terms. I can help you figure out, you got questions about buying a house or selling a house, and this is what a craftsman. I just stayed in the real estate realm, and that's what I did my social media posts on. What questions are my clients having? Oh, so let's talk about that. Somebody else might have that same question. Let me answer it in a reel. And I really thank TJ for coming in here, talking about it, knowing your numbers. And she talks about it all the time. Coach Karen comes in all the time talking about profits in daily. You can make money in your business. You're going to have to put in some effort on it. And that's you're not going to feel motivated. I was like, oh, you're not going to feel like getting up, writing that post, putting together that social media planner. If you're waiting to feel like it, it's not going to happen. But you've got something to share with the world, and we want to thank you for taking time to drop in here. Jill said, I wrote a whole plan for someone else's social media, but failed to make a plan for my own. Hello. And we do that. Many of you worked for a state of wherever you're from a different corporation. I like that too, Mark. You work for other people, and you have done work for other people, showed up on time and was present and ready and went all in. You didn't feel like it. You wasn't motivated, except for you had to pay light bills and stuff. But you weren't motivated, but you still went to work for someone else. It's time for you to put in that same effort for yours. And Mark says, movement generates energy. Don't wait until you have it. Create it.
Create it.
Okay, that's a nice tweet, Mark. That should be on your Twitter. So, Terry, any final comments for our conversation today? I want to thank everybody over here, Tasha, Dr. Tachi, and over here on Clubhouse.
I just want to remind everybody that we'd love for them to become a part of the BizChicks community. And you can join that community by simply texting Biz to 33777 and joining our Heartbeat community. So when you get over there, you'll see Heartbeat. That is the BizChicks community. Scroll down and just become a part if you haven't already done so. We'd love to give you an opportunity to communicate with us so that we can connect you with our workshops and other information that will help you run a profitable business that's fun to run. And if you're wondering what it is that we do here at BizChicks, we help you find the money in your business and make more money. So be sure to check us out. We'd love to help you with your tech, with your payment systems, and things that will help you connect with your customer in a positive way so that everybody it has a mutually beneficial relationship. With that, we want you to also know you can find us over at bizchicks.net. So either way, we look forward to hearing from you, and we hope you'll take time out of your busy day to join us tomorrow. Have a great day. I will see you on the internet. With that, remember, we have one more comment. Mark says, "Thank you so much." Thank you, Mark. We appreciate you too. I see your picture now. Isn't that special? I wonder what's going on over there. I see Jill's too now. Okay, with that, I want to remind you to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, friend. Bye bye over there in the
Bye,
clubhouse.
Tasha.